Bubble tea? Pearl or no pearl? Why?
Hi, my name is Selena,
And I'm Carmen.
and today we are here to talk about 2022 so far.
And what it means for you. Okay, let's see what questions we have. Inflation, stagflation, recession. What do this mean? Explain like I am a secondary school student.
Well, inflation we are all quite familiar because it just means paying higher prices for what you used to get. So we are seeing that across electricity bills, your pump prices, and even your cup of tea from the neighborhood coffee shop. Stagflation is a little bit different because it means high inflation but combined with stagnant or slowing growth. As far as recession is concerned, we have also seen a lot of people try and trim their global growth expectations for this year. But I think going ahead, apart from the directly affected economies of Russia and Ukraine, we are not expecting any of the major economies to actually see a recession, which is negative growth this year yet. Wow, this is a tough one. If your degree had an expiry date, what would you want to study now?
Technology, ESG. These are some of the mega trends that we think will still remain relevant for the next 5 to 10 years.
ESG would be a very interesting area that would encourage a lot of people to actually embark on, regardless of whether they hold university degrees or not.
What assets do well in an uncertain environment like now?
Because of the geopolitical uncertainties, most people have adopted a more defensive posture, meaning that they will look for some safe haven assets that they can park their money for the short term. So this would include gold and possibly even certain assets like bonds, but they have to be inflation hedged. The other asset that I think will do well under this current climate really would be the commodity-linked assets.
You want to future-proof your investment, then I think equity is something that you still have to continue to consider. Although you may need a more balanced sort of portfolio, having a wide variety of sectors, including perhaps REITs, which are actually more interest-yielding sort of instruments.
Ukraine-Russia conflict is so far away. Does it affect me?
So while we may think that this war is actually very focused on these two countries, the truth is that it's actually almost a global sort of issue because of the fact that these are pass-through costs to all the other sectors of the market as well. So while we are here in Singapore, there is still going to be an impact. And again, like I said, the most immediate we felt was already our pump prices. And I think in time to come, I think most other assets would also go up as well. Do you agree?
Not only do we have higher commodity costs, but if you look at the Singapore context, most of our imports are, also rising, and business cost is not low. So with the manpower situation in Singapore, basically all the cost is going up across the board. And for a lot of firms, they may actually have no choice but to pass on to end consumers. So end consumers will face the pinch.
Bubble tea? Pearl or no pearl? Why? I think, Selena, this is your question.
Okay, I only have two things to say about bubble tea. Okay, I actually have weaned myself off bubble tea because of the high sugar content, although I still buy it for my kids. And the second point is that actually I was thinking about whether inflation, because of this Russian-Ukraine tensions, is it going to hit bubble tea? And I suppose the silver lining is, okay, Russia and Ukraine, although they are big producers and exporters of, oil and gas and wheat and palladium, they are not big producers and exporters of taro and boba. So I think for now, hopefully, we will not see a big increase in our bubble tea prices. In this current investment climate where there's a lot of uncertainty, it's very easy to panic, but I would advise that we stay calm and look at the risks and think of some maneuvers that you can actually try to brace yourself for heightened market volatility.
Our view has always been to stay invested and hold a diversified portfolio of stocks rather than concentrate on one or two key sectors. That's all for today. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.
See you.